All right, pick is in. Adam Silver heading to the podium for the Raptors. I'm so nervous. With the 13th pick in 2023 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select all right, so if you're active on Twitter, which I am not at the moment, I have it off, you have seen likely revealed by Shams or by Woj who the Raptors are taking, or likely both. In this position right now, Kobe Buffkin's available. Cam Whitmore has fallen. Grady Dick is available. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy with all three. I'm at my happiest right now if it is Kobe Buffkin who ends up in a Raptors uniform. It really does feel like things are pointing in that direction, but when it comes to Masai Ujiri, we simply never know. We simply never know. Raptors have 2:30 on the clock here. They got to be scrambled right now because this is certainly an unexpected way this has gone. 2 years in a row, my favorite player for the Raptors got drafted earlier. Last year was David Roddy, who went way earlier to the Grizzlies. And this year, Casey Wallace just a touch ahead. And it just makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder if the Raptors would have taken him if he was available here. So I guess we'll always have to wonder, always have to speculate. But my draft wish list, number 1 on it was Casey Wallace. Number 2 on it was Grady Dick. And number 3 on it was Kobe Buffkin. Cam Whitmore was not on my wish list because my perception was he would end up in the top 5, if not the top 8, which has absolutely not happened here. Oh, you know what crept into my mind again? They could take Leonard Miller. I am not going to put it past Masai Ujiri to go for Leonard Miller at this spot. And that would just be bonkers. That would just be bonkers if he went Leonard Miller. But the Raptors pick is imminent, 1:20 to go on the clock, and the pick, as I say that, is in. It is in. I'm not going to say don't pick this guy because last time I did that, they picked that guy and he turned out to be the rookie of the year. So I'm going to say I'm open to the possibilities of everything. I wish I could interact with the chat right now. I'm sorry, guys, but I know the information's out there and you guys might be spoiling it. All right, pick is in. Adam Silver heading to the podium for the Raptors. I'm so nervous. With the 13th pick in 2023 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Grady Dick. Okay, got to be happy with that. Grady Dick is heading to the Toronto Raptors. It is the shooter that this team has been missing. It is the movement shooter that this team desperately needs. It's not a point guard, but it is a guard here. He's tall. He's a shooter. He fits a lot of the needs of this team. A lot of upside, but it's not just the shooting aspect that this player brings to the team. Grady Dick is a fantastic cutter. Grady Dick is a smart and calculated playmaker, and it's not just like he needs people to create threes for himself. He can manufacture his own threes. This guy was on the FIBA, the USA's FIBA 3-on-3 team, okay? You watch this guy cook in isolation in that 3v3 tournament. Now, there's two less help defenders there, but here's a guy who can put the ball down and play. Here's a guy who's a menace in transition, and here's a guy who is the best shooter in the draft. The Toronto Raptors needed shooting. There is no better shooter than Grady Dick in this draft, and that is exactly who the Raptors just selected. It's not Kobe Buffkin, but that's fine. Grady Dick was second on my wish list here, but that's okay. I know a lot about Grady Dick. This is a great player the Raptors are able to snag in this position. A lot to be happy about, guys, and this is a great day for the Raptors. Let's open up the chat here to discuss, get your guys' first reactions as well. So it looks like we're happy. Oh, so a lot of people not completely sure about Grady Dick. So Grady Dick, great. This is a good pick. This is a great pick. Grady Dick was second on my list, and I didn't think that Grady Dick would actually be available in this spot, to be honest. But I'm happy to have him here. People have talked about Grady Dick as a shooter, but this is a massive shooting guard. You know, he's not the greatest defender, but very big shooting guard. 6'6", 6'7". The best shooter in this draft. really good movement shooter, really good cutter on the offensive end, really good with the ball in his hands, really good at creating his own shot. Pump fake, step in for 2. Pump fake, sidestep for 3. Pump fake, drive and sign, find the open player at the rim. Really good playmaker despite his position, despite his size. And, I mean, he's a killer. He's a killer. Absolute killer with the ball in his hands. This is a really good situation for the Raptors to be in. And I'm pumped. I'm pumped, and I hope you guys are as well. The Raptors, clearly with this one, they recognize the need for this team. They recognize that the need here is shooting for this team, and they got it. Now, situation in Toronto is difficult because Gary Trent's still here, and he's likely going to be coming off the bench. And Raptors still need a point guard. With the situation financially as it is, it does appear as though the Raptors want to bring back Pirtle. They want this core to be competitive. And if they bring back Pirtle, there may not be room for Fred VanVleet from a contract standpoint here. So, point guard is likely still needed for this team. We don't have one. The draft didn't solve that, but the Raptors got the shooter that they required and have to have some sort of other plans in place to find a point guard. So, from day one, I think Grady Dick is good enough to be a starter from day one. However, given the situation, my projected starting lineup would not include him, but that's okay. We're comfortable with that. Grady Dick is going to be somebody that adds in a lot to our bench. We needed depth. We needed shooting, and this player absolutely provides that. And I'm very, very excited to see Grady Dick in a Toronto Raptors uniform for that reason. So Gary Trent, Grady Dick, likely 2 players coming off the bench. Maybe things tinker and all of a sudden Gary Trent starts because it's both of them are very similar in their sort of role. There's also situations where Scotty Barnes morphs into a point guard, I suppose, as well. But I wouldn't suspect that. I would suspect the starting 5 this season would be a new point guard, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and Jakob Poeltl, Trent, Dick, Achua, and hopefully an MLE guy and Otto Porter Jr. coming off the bench. That's what I would expect this situation to be for the Raptors. But, hey, we've been crying out for a shooter. And that's what we got here. And there was no better one in this draft once again. So got to be happy with that one. So Fred VanVleet, I don't think there's going to be room for him financially, but we'll see. We'll see. What about Boucher? What about him? This is a great pick. He was projected top 8 a month ago, projected 11 recently, and now all of a sudden we're going to see him at 13. Yeah, so the Fred VanVleet situation becomes extremely interesting here because we just don't know if the money's going to be there. The Raptors do not want to be a tax-paying team. No way. But to bring back Pirtle and Fred would make us a tax team. So you'd have to make room financially somewhere else. And a bench that includes Grady Dick and Gary Trent Jr. doesn't seem to be the most seamless fit for this team at the moment. So hopefully something is in play, because at this point I feel as though I don't know how I'm the one who thinks that Fred VanVleet is now going to leave. But my guess right now would be Fred VanVleet is the one to leave, and the Raptors look to find a point guard some way. It's a sign and trade involving Fred VanVleet, whether that is going into the free agent market and going for an MLE guy. I don't know who the next point guard is going to be, but as far as the first reaction to this pick, I'm happy. Grady Dick to Toronto. Grady Dick was likely the second best player available other than Cam Whitmore. That's how I feel about it. And they got him there. And they got him in that spot. So can't be upset. Can't be upset with this one. Raptors fans, I think you got to go to bed happy with this one and be excited about it. Grady Dick defensively needs work. It's a work in progress. He's big, but he's slow-footed. Gets beat off the dribble, sometimes a little bit too easily, but there's signs that the defense could improve. So not the most tremendous defender, but Raptors finally decided to prioritize shooting rather than going for just the athletic defender and trying to improve the other end. They're improving on offense here. They're finding an offense-first guy. They're going to work on defense with Grady Dick. And with the offensive schemes that Darko Rajakovic is likely going to provide, Grady Dick is going to be extremely, extremely effective. So Happy overall. Once again, I think you guys got to be happy with this. And yeah, we got our guy here. We got our guy here.